the Kansas City Chiefs are going to go down as the greatest NFL dynasty in history. There is no doubt in my mind. They're halfway there to the Patriots, right? They just got their third. They got to get at least 3 more to tie New England. Mahomes needs to get 4 more in order to tie Brady. There is zero doubt in my mind the Chiefs are going to tie and surpass the Patriots in terms of 6 Super Bowls in this dynastic run. And Mahomes is going to pass Brady in getting at least 7 Super Bowls because of what we just saw tonight. I hope you realize it's not just the Chiefs going back-to-back and Mahomes' greatness. This Chiefs team was the worst Chiefs team they have had in the Patrick Mahomes era. And it didn't matter. It ended in a Super Bowl. And not only did it end in a Super Bowl, it ended in a Super Bowl championship in which the entire team contributed to it. This was not a heroic effort from Patrick Mahomes that maybe we would not see repeated again. Right? This wasn't him just putting the team on his back for 4 playoff games and just going insane to a level we've never seen before. This was a Chiefs team that all phases of the game got it done in the postseason and led them to winning their 3rd title in 5 years. And I don't see how they don't win at least another 3 more. Again, this is the worst Chiefs team we have seen in the Mahomes era. The receivers were a real problem. Drops all year long. Couldn't hold on to the ball. They had trust issues, Mahomes and his receivers. We saw the offensive line had problems all game long, including again in this game where for 3.5 quarters, we saw that the combo of Nick Bosa and Chase Young terrorize this Kansas City offensive line. We saw also 2 issues with the Chiefs in terms of their offensive explosiveness. Think about it. The best quarterback in the NFL is Patrick Mahomes, right? There's no debate. There's no arguing there. Despite having the best quarterback in the NFL, the Chiefs in the regular season this year were just 15th in the league in points per game scored. They were an average offense this year because the receivers stunk, flat out stunk. The offensive line had problems. And even Travis Kelce himself, regular season, before we get to the postseason, just regular season, it looked like he got old. Like he was a step slower. That he wasn't the most unguardable player in the NFL. And Patrick Mahomes, but this entire Chiefs team just took what was the worst roster in the Mahomes era and ended this year with a Super Bowl. This team's only going to get better. Do you think they're going to go into next year and the next 2 or 3 years from now with these crappy receivers? Where you have in this game Travis Kelce leading the way, 9 catches, 93 yards. He was tremendous. But then the second leading receiver in the game for Kansas City and the guy who catches the game-winning touchdown is Mecole Hardman, a guy you picked up off the scrap heap from the Jets midway through the year, and a guy who finished the season 15 catches for 124 yards. He was your second leading receiver in the Super Bowl. A guy who catches the game-winning pass in the Super Bowl is Mecole Hardman, a guy that, no disrespect, is a replacement player. A guy that's like, your backup to your backup, followed by Justin Watson. Like, you had a lot of guys contributing that there are easy upgrades to make this offseason, next offseason for Kansas City, where this team is going to get better. This team is only going to improve. And now that they won the Super Bowl this year with this team, I don't see how you can't buy in to think that another 3 or 4 aren't coming down the road soon here. They are going to be, when it's all said and done, the greatest dynasty in NFL history. Now, it's going to be a short-lived run for the Patriots because they had that title and now quickly losing ground to it. But the first team to repeat in 2 decades, 3 titles in 5 years, halfway to the Patriots' 6 championships as a team with the worst roster Mahomes has had in his career. You are lost and you are mistaken right now if you don't think this Chiefs team and Patrick Mahomes aren't ending as the greatest dynasty in NFL history. Tonight, if you were at any doubts, and I was a doubter, I picked the Niners. I didn't think the Chiefs are going to go, midway through the year. I'm off the Chiefs bandwagon. They had real issues. They were not very dominant. They looked very un-Chiefs-like. And it didn't matter. It ended in Super Bowl with a Super Bowl victory. The rest of the NFL is screwed. The rest of the league is screwed because you are going to have this Chiefs team now here to stay for a while. Again, think about it. This defense, now maybe you lose Chris Jones, maybe, but this defense had playmakers in the postseason all playoffs long in all 4 games, contribute at different points to win the game. You had receivers step up and make big plays when needed. This team has championship mettle beyond belief. Where credit to Mahomes, credit to Reed, credit to all the coaches. Come playoff time, they were ready to play. All of those guys, even the 53rd guy on the roster, is making big-time plays in big-time games. No other team can say that. And so if we just watched the worst roster that Mahomes has had in his 6-year career as a starter win a Super Bowl, I don't know what else to tell you, folks. They are ending as the greatest dynasty we've ever seen in the NFL. 3 there, or 3 gone, 3 done, 3 to go. They're getting there. They are absolutely getting there. Mahomes was asked actually right after the game by Tracy Wolfson on CBS, is this a dynasty? Patrick Mahomes said himself, yes.
Yeah, it's the start of one. We're not done. I know we're going to celebrate tonight, celebrate the Parade Wednesday, Kansas City, but we're not done. We got a young team. We'll keep this thing going.
Go enjoy it. Congratulations.
That's the scary part. He is 1,000,000% correct. They have a lot of young guys, especially on that defense. Chris Jones is the headliner, right? He's the guy in the middle that everyone looks at, and his offseason is going to be fascinating, whether he wants to stay in Kansas City and probably take a pay cut, or he wants to get paid and go to the biggest bidder, which will not be Kansas City, but it will be anyone else in the NFL. But outside of him, if Kansas City can't retain Chris Jones this offseason, a lot of their players defensively are young. That defense that was second in terms of points per game allowed this season is going nowhere. That offense, Rashee Rice, had an okay game tonight, but has been their most reliable receiver throughout the postseason as a rookie. He's only going to get better. He looks like he could be the perfect replacement for when Travis Kelce eventually retires, or at least gets out of his prime, which 2 or 3 years maybe we're talking before Travis Kelce is not, one of the best, if not the best tight end in the NFL. It seems like right now in Rashee Rice, the Chiefs have found his replacement. Isaiah Pacheco is a really hard runner that you can feel confident in, can keep right now defenses honest and not having them sell out just to stop Mahomes. This team is, again, not only built to win right now, they are built to win for the next decade. They are surpassing the Patriots. We right now in real time are witnessing the rise of the greatest dynasty in NFL history.